Good morning, Miss Cagle. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How's your week so far?
It's been really eventful, but thank you for meeting with me to discuss Noah's test scores today. What I have here are the scores for the Iowa Test of Basic Skills that students took about 3 weeks ago. This is an achievement test. An achievement test is just a snapshot of students' performance as of right now. This top portion is the norm reference information, which compares your child to a norm group.
What's a norm group?
A norm group is a sample of children nationwide who take this test before it is published to compare their performance to your child's performance. It is useful when comparing nationwide performances to make sure everyone is on the same page. The bottom portion of this performance profile is a criterion reference information. It provides detailed information about skills in each area.
So how did Noah do on the Iowa test?
Well, let's take a look. In vocabulary, Noah scored the 95th percentile.
Does that mean Noah got an A?
What that means is that he did better than 95% of the norm group. This sheet here shows a bell curve, which is a visual of different ways to look at scores. In vocabulary, he scored here. Let's look back at vocabulary. As we go across the top portion, we see this section called percentile rank. This diamond represents a score Noah received in vocabulary. The rectangle around the score represents what he would most likely receive if he took the exact same test on a different day. It is referred to as a standard error of measure. Let us look at the reading comprehension now. Noah scored within the 79th percentile. Again, that means that Noah scored higher than 79% of the norm reference group. Right here where it says SS, that means standard score. And what that is just another type of score that tells about Noah's performance using the same information. The range of standard score is between 170 and 204. The average score is 185. Noah's standard score for vocabulary here is 214. He did really well in this portion of the test. Remember, because his percentile rank for vocabulary was in the 95th percentile. Same thing, different way of scoring it. Now this part might be a little confusing. The next type of scoring is the GE, which means grade equivalent. The first number before the decimal is the grade level, and the one after that is the number of months. All it means is that in the norm reference group, students in that grade level who took the same test scored what Noah scored on that particular part.
What is his grade equivalent score for reading comprehension?
In reading comprehension, Noah scored 5.2, which means students in the 5th grade scored the same as Noah did. The next type of scoring is called the National Stannine. These are similar to read, I think. Let's look at word analysis. The National Stannine that Noah scored was 7. If we look back here at the bell curve, this portion has the word 9. As you can see here, the scoring scale, it has 1 through 9. Noah's score for word analysis was 7, so he falls right here. This helps you visualize where he's at.
Okay, I understand now. What are these scores down here?
This is the criterion reference information, which breaks down the skills in each area that Noah was tested on. Is there anything that was tested on that you have any questions about?
Underneath spelling, what are words with affixes?
Affixes are words that have a suffix or a prefix. For example, the word driving has an ing ending, and that's a suffix.
Oh, okay, I understand. What did Noah score on correct spelling?
There was a total of 4 questions, and Noah attempted all 4. That's what this means. He answered all of them correct, so his percentage was 100. You can see right here at the national score was 74%, so he did really well in this section. This shows he ranked very high. Let's look at writing conventions. There were 5 total items, and Noah attempted all 5. However, he got 20% correct. The national percent correct was 53%. You can see here in the rank that was a low score. That's something that we can focus on now that we know he needs improvement in this area, which is why this is very helpful. At home, you can also proofread and work one-on-one with Noah. That would be really great if you did.
Can you give me copies of extra activities that we can do?
Sure, absolutely. I can send some running activities home in Noah's folder tomorrow. That's just one area that we can focus on, but he did really well in so many other areas. In concepts and estimation, as you can see here, particularly algebra, he ranked really high, as you can see here. He scored 100% compared to the national percentage, which is 62%. Here's some of the work he has done in class. See? He did really well in this one too. He really enjoys doing his work and he loves to help others in class. I hope I have explained his test results in a way that we both can understand, or where you can understand. I know how difficult they are to read because they were difficult for me at first, but I had to learn. Are there any questions or concerns you may have?
No, thank you. I think I have a better understanding, but if I have any questions, I have your email and I will contact you.
Okay, sounds good. I also provided a handout for you explaining the test scores, but if you come across something you don't understand, feel free to call me. Thank you so much, Ms. Cagle. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule and to discuss these scores with me. And here is his work that I made copies of and the information I told you I'll give you. I look forward to meeting you again.
Thank you.